The Scarlet and Gray presents the first ever road game for UNLV baseball this season as they take on Utah Tech. Myself, Ryan Gilder, alongside Donovan Hicks. This is an exciting day for the Scarlet and Gray.
The first ever road trip, Ryan. As you mentioned, we are here in St. George, Utah, as UNLV, the Hustlin Rebels, get ready to take on the Utah Tech Trailblazers, formerly known as Dixie State. Well, we only know it as Utah Tech now, and this game's just about to get underway.
Last time I was here, it was on a trip with some of the Scarlet and Gray Free Press sports members of Jordan Anders, Kayla Fossey, and Alex Ray, all of them a part of the Scarlet and Gray Free Press. I joined them on a trip here when they were formerly called Dixie State. But let's look through the lineup today. Today we're going to start off with the Hustlin Rebels because they're the away team first time. So batting first, center fielder Rylan Charles. Batting second baseman JP Heft. Batting third, left fielder today Parker Schmidt. Then batting fourth at right field is Cade Higgins. Then batting fifth is Austin Krizik playing first base. Then batting sixth, designated hitter Alex Pimentel. Batting seventh, shortstop Paul Myro the fourth. Batting eighth, third baseman Chase Dittmar. And then batting ninth, catcher Chase Gallegos. Starting pitcher for UNLV is Jason Hansen making his debut for the season. Then for Utah Tech, batting at leadoff, left fielder Ethan Royal. Batting second, catcher Hank Dodson. Batting third, first baseman Aaron Perez. Batting fourth, designated hitter Brennan Studdy. Batting fifth, right fielder Chase Rodriguez. Batting sixth, center fielder Jack Walker. Batting seventh, third baseman Kyle McDaniel. Batting eighth, shortstop P.D. Soto Jr. Batting ninth, second baseman Garrett Cutting. And then starting pitcher for Utah Tech is Evan Veselou, who's going to be making his second appearance so far, or his third appearance, second start of the season.
And something to point out about Basil, who so far holds a record of 0-1. Currently comes into this game with a 9.45 ERA across 6.2 innings of work, 7 earned runs or against, and 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, and an opponent batting average of 286. So we'll see if he's able to bounce back here in his second start.
Leading up for the Rebels.
So we're going to get things started here with Rylan Charles up to bat. So far this season, batting 200. Had a little bit of a tough time getting started last weekend in the series against Bradley University. Now here's the first pitch from Bislow. It's going to be a bunt attempt that he's going to pull back on. It'll be called a ball. So 1-0 count here to get things started for Rylan Charles.
Yeah, Charles coming into the last series, he is actually batting pretty well on the road. We'll see if he's able to continue that.
I 1-0. Charles gets hit by the pitch right above the Evo shield. And that'll be a free pass for Rylan Charles.
And the second pitch of the game yields a base runner for the Rebels. We'll see if they can take advantage of this as now JP Heft comes to the plate.
Yeah, JP Heft coming to the plate. Starting off the season hot with a .321 batting average. 9 hits so far in his 28 plate appearances. 3 runs driven in, but Rylan Charles, he's the guy that can run as there's a pigeon that's like about 5 feet from Charles that's taking a lead with him. Here's the first pitch. It's going to be a low inside slider taken for a ball. Well, that's quite funny there. There was a little pigeon that was standing about 5 feet away looking like he was also, or she, who knows what the gender of the pigeon was, getting a little lead off with Rylan Charles.
And now he's standing over by the shortstop.
Here's the 1-1. It's going to be a breaking ball taken for a strike, making it now a 1-1 count.
First strike of the afternoon for Vasilou. We'll see if he's able to get back in the rhythm here after the first 3 R balls.
So Vasilou is set to 1-1. He'll go over to first. He's going to try to have a pickoff attempt. It will not be in time. Count stays at 1-1.
Vasilou kind of telegraphed that one. Looked over at first a little bit too long before committing.
Yeah, as a left-handed pitcher, you can go as slow as you want going back to first because all you do is put up the leg. You can go either direction. Now this time he'll go to the plate. Could be high and outside fastball to Heft. Now I'll make the count 2-1. Vasilou this season in his 2 appearances has only pitched 6.2 innings, has a 9.5 ERA, as the 2-1's taken for a ball. Looked a little high, and now it's going to be a 3-1 count.
A 3-1 count, a good hitter's count here for Heft. Charles does not have a stolen base attempt on the season. Maybe it's the legs moving here.
Now 3-1. Vasilou deals. It's going to be hit hard towards the right side. Rodriguez is looking back, and it's going to go over the fence. Looked like a line drive down opposite field and just kept on carrying there for Heft. It goes over the fence, and the Rebels get an early 2-0 lead.
That's the first home run of the season for JP Heft, the first home run in a Rebels uniform, and that thing was driven well out to right field. There is a little bit of a shorter wall in the left center and across right field, and he took advantage of that one there. A solid line drive.
Yeah, the fence is a little inward towards where it says 335 where the sign is, but it's a little bit higher where the fence is there, but then it dips, and there's a little crease there that Heft hit it over, and now the Rebels up 2-0. Now up is Parker Schmidt, who takes the ball. He came in with a spark plug last weekend. He's appeared in so far 6 games, but also he only started in 3 of them. But Schmidt, he's been a real spark plug for his team, Donovan.
Yeah, Schmidt has been playing well all season. He comes in with the highest batting average on this Rebel team at .692. And at 13 at bats, so definitely still finding his way to get on base. And on top of that, you got to think about it, he didn't come in as a starter. The first game last series, he was actually on the bench. Isaac Rodriguez in his spot. He took over Isaac Rodriguez after 2 strikeouts. It's the first one to cross for a strike. And ever since then, he's just stayed in that zone. And Stolte hasn't had no choice but to put him in the lineup.
Yeah, it's a 1-1 count. Schmidt really good at getting stolen bases. Has 4 so far this season. Now the 1-1's a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. So we get now 1-2. Now the 1-2. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a foul tip that hits the ground. Almost was received there by Dodson behind the plate, but wasn't able to come up with it. 1-2 count here to Schmidt. 0 outs, top of the first inning. Early 2-0 lead for the Rebels, thanks to a home run by Heft. Now it's going to be a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. It's going to be a drop third strike. Throw to first is in time. The pigeon almost played a factor on the throw, but unlike Randy Johnson, Dodson was able to avoid the pigeon and recorded that. Now up is Cade Higgins, but what are you about to say, Donovan?
No, I'm just going to say Cade Higgins now coming up. Higgins, a very big power bat from the left side of the plate for the Rebels.
Yeah, and also that shorter fence towards the right side. Let's see what he can do here. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Left field also, I think actually the righties have a little bit of an advantage, but also the wall indents a little bit more towards the right side. So it's about equal for left and right-handed batters. Now 0-1 is a swing and a miss on a look like a slider there that got the end of the plate. Makes it now an 0-2 count here to Higgins. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a dinker over towards the left side. It's going to land foul by a couple of feet. And it'll keep the count at 0-2.
Cade was almost the beneficiary there of a little bit of a bloop. Maybe a blast would have came next, but unfortunately that one goes foul. And Vasiliev started to find the strike zone after those first 2 runs came across.
Yeah, Vasiliev, he found it earlier in the game, but Hefter was able to take him deep. Now here's 0-2. There's another ball towards the outside part of the plate that is a swing and a miss. Now 2 straight strikeouts after the 2-run home run by Heft. And now that brings up Austin Krizik, playing first base for the team. He's one of those veterans on the team that, even when he's not playing at his best, he's a big presence for the team.
Yeah, especially in that dugout when the moments matter most.
But Krizik, he's been playing really good to get this season started, batting at .429. But not just like his batting average, but also he makes big hits in clutch moments. Like last weekend's Bradley, he got the scoring started on Saturday. There's the 1-0. It's taken for a strike. We can now 1-1.
Vasiliev's off-speed stuff is working really well right now, locating it well off the break.
Here's the 1-1. Vasiliev sets, deals. It's hit high. This one's up in an elevator shaft, as Donovan would say. And it's caught at center field by Walker, and that will retire the side there. But the Rebels do get 2 runs off the 2-run home run by J.P. Heft. But we're going to the bottom of the first inning. Rebels up 2-0. Now we're getting things started here. Got you guys the live stats right now of the game to have something to look at. But now we're getting things started. Ethan Royal
Steve, are you starting early
for
with the
Utah
offense
Tech
over there?
I am starting early because
playing left field
oh, we're talking about Florida.
today for Utah Tech. First pitch of the season by Hanson is a ball low and outside.
Royal enters this game batting .308 and 13 plate appearances, 4 hits, 2 of them extra bases.
Where are you getting rid of?
There's the 1-0. It's a foul ball on a high fastball. Makes it now a 1-1 count. Now it's a 1-1. Hanson is set. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a grounder over to third base. Dibmar makes a throw over to first. And it's in time. Routine ground out there for Royal.
Nice play there by Didmar. Made sure he stayed in front of that one that was near the third base bag. Makes a strong throw over to first, and Grizik is on the catch. First put out of the game.
Up is Hank Dodson, who's behind the plate today for Utah Tech, batting just under 400 at 391. 4 RBIs as a home run so far in his first 7 games.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's it. Here's the next question. Say you keep it at 30.
Hanson,
Teams
his first pitch to Dodson.
The two Florida.
It's going to be a strike that's on the outside corner of the plate. Makes it now 1-1.
Well placed pitch there by Hanson. Dodson really can't do much on that outside corner.
Now 0-1. Hanson deals. It's a breaking ball that swung and missed at. Makes it now a 0-2 count.
Similar location there. And just again, Hanson, a game plan coming in here against Dodson, who's one of the Utah Tech power bats.
There's 0-2.
Yeah, the DC.
Hanson deals. A chase pitch too far away. Dodson holds up. Makes it now a 1-2 count.
Then building target field safe.
There's the 1-2. Hanson deals. Away. Makes it now a 2-2 count.
Yeah, that one just falls way too far off the plate. It looked like Hanson kind of fell off the mound there, trying to pull it down just a little bit too much.
Here's the 2-2. Hanson winds up, deals to the plate. It's a swing and a miss from Dodson, and that'll be a strikeout for the second out of the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, Hanson works with the first 2 batters quickly, and he had a game plan there against Dodson. The first time he goes inside, there's a changeup that jams there. It looked like Dodson wasn't prepared for that one, and he gets a strikeout.
Now up is Aaron Perez. Leads the team in RBIs with 6. The left-handed bat. First pitch is a swing and a foul tip going behind the plate. That'll make it a 0-1 count to him.
Perez way in front of that pitch. I believe that foul ball came off the very end of the bat. He needs to sit back and wait for those off-speed pitches a little more.
Here's the 0-1. Hanson. He'll deal. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. Looked like Perez's head was away from the ball there, looking all the way off to the freeway sign over to foul pole towards his right side. There's 0-2. Hanson. He deals. It's a low pitch that's taken by Perez. Makes it now a 1-2 count.
Yeah, Perez came into this at bat really aggressive. I mean, he was trying to swing for the mountains out there, right in straightaway center field. Just didn't call it.
1-2. Comes the pitch. It's a low changeup taken for a ball. Makes it now a 2-2 count.
Hanson, you're noticing that he likes to try and go to those chase pitches in favorable counts for him. So far, they hasn't been able to locate him just yet.
Deuces are wild here. Hanson set for his pitch to Perez. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball. Looked like he put his leg forward a little bit. It's going to be a hit by pitch, but Donovan, I don't know, my angle of it from here looked like he extended that leg a little bit towards the plate. What do you think?
It looked like he did it with his front foot, but his back leg stayed put. I'm pretty sure that's where the ball hit him. I don't know. Maybe you had a better angle on it than I did.
It looked like to me that he stuck it out a little bit towards the plate. I mean, normally if you're turning away, you turn either away or where you are. It looked like that knee went forward a little bit, but no call there. Makes it now 2 outs runner on first. First pitch is away. Taking for a ball here for Brennan Studdy.
All right, get to see here how Hanson's going to deal with runners on base so far in this season. UNLV had many pitchers last year that this is where they struggled.
Out of 1-0. Comes the pitch. It's going to be a hit towards the right side. This one's going to go foul. Makes it now a 1-1 count. Hit by pitches for both teams to get the game started. Charles was brought in with a home run. Now up is Study, who can possibly tie it up with one. Now here's the 1-1. It's going to be a grounder over to Ditmar. Give me a slow one. Plays it well. Throws over to first in time to record the out and end of the first inning there. Rebels up 2-0. Only runner he got on base is Perez from a hit by pitch. We'll be back for the top of the second inning right after this. Now with Alex Pimentel to get things started here at the top of the second inning. He's going to be a designated hitter today for the Hustlin Rebels. Here comes the first pitch. There's going to be a breaking ball taken for a strike. More of an off-speed pitch there.
Pimentel really struggling to begin the season. I'm batting only .4045.
Well, it is really early in the season.
Get support if they moved into Tampa.
There's a hit. It's going to be a dinker towards the right side. It'll land for a single just behind the second baseman, cutting it in front of Rodriguez at right field. And hey, get him how you get him, right?
Yeah, you got to get him how you get him. And every streak starts somewhere, and maybe that's what Alex Pimentel needed, just a little bit of luck, and he finds it there in a little bloop at the right field.
It's quite funny. Like, there's always times where you'll hit the ball really well, but it always finds the glove. And then there's other times where you hit the ball, it's like dinkers every time, but they land for hits. So sometimes the batting average is misrepresenting of how you're hitting, and right there, Pimentel found the way to get on base.
Yeah, that's just
Now Paul Myro comes up, right?
Yeah, Myro's up, shortstop today, as he is the everyday shortstop for the Hustlin Rebels this season. First pitch to him, give me a swing and a miss.
And he really wanted that pitch. That was a really nice off speed there by Vasilo, located right in the bottom of the zone, and Myro took his head just a little bit off it trying to pull it.
Yeah, it's
Now
not.
here's
It's
0-1.
not ideal. It's not like Kansas City.
Vasilo deals. It's hit towards the left side. It's going to go right past the glove of Soto Jr. And Pimentel's going to try to get the third. He will without a contested throw, as the throw is a second to prevent Myro from going there. Now runners are at the corner, 0 outs here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, Pimentel, you haven't gotten to see him a lot so far this season, but he is a speedster on the base pass when he gets his opportunities. And Myro, similar pitch to the first one he got down at bat. This time he stayed back and hammered it right past the outstretched glove of the shortstop. And now, kind of similar to the first inning, Vasily's struggling through the first couple of batters.
Runners are at the corners, no outs here in the top of the second inning for the Rebels. They already have a 2-0 lead, and now they have an opportunity to get some more insurance with Chase Ditmar up the bat. The Vasily deals. It's a taken inside pitch. It's going to be called a ball.
That one was close, too.
It was very close.
I'm sure you guys talked about this in your earlier conversation that I didn't hear, but you think
Here's the
Salt Lake
one,
City
no.
team? That's what I brought up. No.
Look over the first deals. It's going to be a breaking ball inside, taken for a ball yet again. 2-0 count.
Yeah, you think the message from Stolte in the dugout may be you want Vasily to 30 some pitches. The reason he got out of the last inning is you got a lot of chase pitches, and you limited your opportunities on the base pass and in the batter's box.
Now,
So,
here's the 2-0 pitch. Right up the middle. It's going to land for a base hit. Going to go in between the middle infielders of Cutting and Soto. And that will score a run for the Rebels. And now they have runners on first and second with no outs here in the top of the second inning.
The Rebels have hit well so far to begin the season, and already out to a 3-0 lead. You only think that's going to increase with how they're swinging the bat right now.
Very underrated game, those base knocks. It starts to develop. I know, like, sure, you get a base hit from Pimentel, but then you get another base hit from Myro, and then another base hit from Ditmar, station to station. That's how you could really start to get a big lead in the game. Now they're up 3-0. Here's the first pitch over to Gallegos. Gallegos dribbles over to the right side. This one's going to be, it looks like a chase for a double play. Gets him out at second. Throws over to third. It's going to be a tag. A weird 4-6-5 double play there. It was a liner over to the second baseman. Cutting. Just tagged second base. But then Myra was kind of stuck in a pickle because he couldn't stay at second after the ball was on the ground.
You have to freeze on a line drive, and whether Garrett Cutting will take credit for knowing what he was doing there, or it just happened to him on happenstance, he just let that ball drop in front of him, made a nice play, tag second base, and that allowed for the second out at third on the double play, and the first pitch across now to Ryland Charles, the ball outside.
Oh, no, it was actually,
They actually called it a strike.
it was outside, but it was called a strike. But Gallegos is still at first because the outs were at second and third, so he'll get on a fielder's choice. And now it's a ball. This one is called a ball, but that is outside, makes it now a 1-1 count. Really weird double play there in Gallegos. He was struggling at the plate going into today from last week. And now here's a grounder over to the middle infield. It's going to be fielded by Cutting, tosses over to Soto, and that will end the side for the Rebels. But wow, this one was looking like one that could go out of control, where the Rebels had runners at the corners with no outs. They get one run, but nothing else after the double play. The 4-6-5 double play, kind of a weird one there. Rebels up 3-0. We back for the bottom half of the second inning.
Yeah.
Now back for the bottom of the second inning here. It's kind of weird because this is the first ever road game that I've ever covered. Bottom of the inning, it's not the Rebels up the bat.
Yeah, usually we're anticipating to see some Hustle number faithful get excited for their team coming to play, and now we're really cheering on Jordan Hansen here.
And now it's going to be Chase Rodriguez getting things started for Utah Tech. First pitch from Hansen. It's going to go off the plate, looks like, and go foul. And that'll be the first strike of the bottom of the second inning. Now Hansen is set, deals. Give me a breaking ball low and away, taken for a ball. Now it's a 1-1 count to Rodriguez. Rodriguez playing right field today, batting .278, entering 2 extra base hits as well this season. Here's the 1-1. A breaking ball. This one hits him. The third hit by pitch of the day, the second by Hansen. Rodriguez gets the free pass, and Hansen, he's done a good job not letting guys get on by hitting the ball. He hasn't walked anyone, but he's given 2 people the free pass so far.
Yeah, that one, Rodriguez, though, didn't look like it got leaned into at all. That one was a curveball that just lost track of the zone and hits him right in the back. And now Hansen got a rebound here as he may put himself in a little bit of a jam early.
Now Hansen is set.
Which would be the Delta Center.
Here's the first pitch.
Virtually
Getting a ball taken away. With Jack Walker up the bat. Walker, the center fielder, only had 5 at-bats going into today. Has 3 hits off of them. Earned him the start for today. His second start of the season. Now lays out a bunt. It's going to be fielded left side by Ditmar. Ditmar throws over to first and records out, but a perfectly executed bunt there by Walker to advance the runner Rodriguez to second.
Yeah, a little bit of small ball there. They get the runner in the scoring position, but a great play there by Ditmar to make sure that they don't get 2 runners on. He gloves it, transfers it, gets his hand quickly, and makes a nice throw on the run right to the heart of Krizik.
So Kyle McDaniel's up to bat right now. Runner at second base is Chase Rodriguez. Rebels are up 3-0. Comes the first pitch from Hansen. It's going to be just outside, taken for a ball. McDaniel this season, batting under 200 in his first 24 at-bats, 4 hits, 24 at-bats, has a double and 1 RBI, has an RBI opportunity here as he drills over to the right side, then we fielded and thrown by Heft to record the out. Now it's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning with a runner on third, only 90 feet away from home is Chase Rodriguez.
McDaniel does his job there, hits it to the right side and advances the runner 90 feet, and Soto Jr. an opportunity to drive in the Trailblazers' first run of the game.
So if you think about it in baseball terms, if there's no outs, the runner on second, hitting it to the right side, that's effective. But with 1 out, it's not as effective because a ground ball that goes past, it would bring home a runner from second. Sure, there's more opportunity as there's a first pitch that's whipped on. A breaking ball that went way away there.
Yeah, but it's still important to advance the run of the 90 feet, even
rather have him advance than not.
Now he can score on a pass ball.
Here's the 0-1. Exactly. Can't advance on a pass ball. Now here's the 0-1. A breaking ball. Taken strike on the very tipped outside corner. Makes it now an 0-2 count here to Soto Jr.
Like the preferred host for, but like not.
Soto's the shortstop today for the Trailblazers and has an opportunity to bring home a run to cut the deficit. Here's the 0-2. Hansen deals. It's hit high towards the right side. Going to be a tough play for Krizik to locate, but he's able to find the ball around some pigeons, makes the catch, and the Rebels will come off unscathed. 4 up, 3 down, and hit 1.
Yeah, it was nice job by Hansen to regroup there after that hit by a pitch and a sacrifice bunt. Could get a little nerve-wracking out there to have a runner in scoring position with only 1 away, but he sticks with it and is able to get out of the inning unscathed for the Rebels as they head into the top of the third inning at 3-0.
Rebels up 3-0. We'll head to the top of the third inning right after this.
Off the third for UNLV. Second baseman, number 5, JP F.
Now just have to get things started here in the top of the third inning. Takes the first pitch for a strike, a breaking ball that crossed right through the zone. Have so far 1 for 1 with a 2-run home run that brought home the first 2 Rebels runs of the day. Now the 0-1 is taken for a ball inside. Huff had a hitter's count of 3-1 and drove it over Rodriguez's head at right field over the fence. There's the 1-1. Huff takes it away, makes it now 2-1 count. Yeah, but I'm surprised it's his first home run this late. He has a lot of power in him.
He does have a lot of power, and he's done a great job of taking the pitch where it is located on the plate and driving it that way.
Now 2-1's taken high for a ball. Another 3-1 count here. And Vasilou, now he has a pretty tough situation here at the 3-1 count, and Heft, the guy that hit a home run off of him last time at the 3-1 count. Now let's see what happens this time. And he will walk him. High breaking ball there, couldn't find the zone, and Heft will take his free pass.
Yeah, it didn't give him the opportunity to swing there. Ball way too high in the strike zone, and Heft does a good job laying off.
Gilder, number 4, Parker Schmidt.
Up is Parker Schmidt, so far 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. But Schmidt, he does a really good job putting the ball where it's pitched. And here's the first pitch to him. It's gonna be a breaking ball inside, taken for a ball. Like we talked to him I talked to Coach Schulte on Saturday after their win against Bradley about Schmidt's play, and he just said he's a really good ball player. And I actually talked to Parker as well. Now here he drills it right up the middle to Phil Soto with an error, isn't able to get it. Now going to third heft, able to get an extra 90 feet off of the error. And now runners are at the corners here after the error by Soto Jr. at short.
Yeah, Soto Jr. there just thinking about the play before he fields the ball there, and it goes off the tip of his glove. Good heads-up base running there. But I have to get around to third base and, put the ball in play and see what happens. There's a lot of things the coach like to preach, and it's a great job there, by Parker Schmidt to be able to just use that, because you said he's a ball player. He's a utility guy, and he's going to get you the on base, and he's going to be able to advance those runners.
That'll be an E6 in our book. Now first pitch is a breaking ball outside, taken for a strike by Higgins. Higgins, 0 for 1 today, also striking out. But now we have runners at the corners here for the second inning in a row.
St. George needs a minor league baseball team.
Here's 0-1. The breaking ball goes foul. Now an 0-2 count here to Higgins. Higgins has a great opportunity here to at least bring home one run. All he has to do is pretty much put it in play on the ground any type of way. Have a really good chance. Infield is not in right now. They're in double play depth. Now 0-2 is blocked by the catcher Dodson. And now it's 1-2.
Good job there by Dodson. If that ball gets by him, that's an easy run for the Rebels. And it would have been an unearned run at this point after the walk and the error.
Now to 1-2. Comes the pitch. It's a strike 3. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Taken for strike 3. Looking there from Cade Higgins. That one, you got to swing.
Yeah.
Even if it's close, even if it's off the plate a little bit, you got to swing at it.
You can tell Higgins definitely not agreeing with the umpire's calls early in this one. Second strikeout of the day for him. You don't usually see that often from Higgins either.
But it's just not smart baseball. At least put the ball in play, because even if you get a double play there, you still score a run and get yourself some more insurance. But letting one go like that is bad baseball.
Yeah, you got to learn to pass the bat to your teammates to do a job.
Now it's Austin Krizik. It's a ball hit to Soto. Soto throws over to second. Throw over first by Cutter is in time. The 6-4-3 double play. A tough jam there that the Trailblazers were able to get out of. Rebels up 3-0, but had a chance to make it more. We'll be back for the bottom of the third inning right after this. Bottom of the third inning here at Bruce Hurst Field in St. George, Utah. A little bit of a bullpen game here for UNLV.
Second baseman.
Will Girardi's going into the game. Left-handed arm. Entering the game for the Hustlin Rebels.
Yeah.
Now batting is Garrett Cutting for Utah Tech.
Yeah, the veteran lefty out there still continuing to try to shut down these Trailblazers on offense.
First pitch of the inside called strike. Get things started off an 0-1 count.
I wonder how this works. You don't want to tap into Vegas.
0-1 count. Girardi deals. Hit towards the right side. This one will go foul.
Cutting got a good piece of that one, just a little bit late there. Might want to adjust the pitch there in the next one.
0-2 count. And in this field, I absolutely love the angles you get from the stands. It's pretty steep, but you get an angle that it's really like I've never seen anything like it in baseball. Now here's 0-2. It's a called strike 3, and Cutting goes to the dugout looking.
And he wanted that one back. You can tell he wanted to swing, just second-guessed himself. Kind of just shrugs his shoulders as he heads back.
The left fielder.
That one was right over the heart of the plate.
Ethan Royal.
Now up is the leadoff batter, Ethan Royal. 0 for 1 for ground out in the first inning.
Yeah, I don't want to tap into, well, nice might get a little bit.
Here's the first pitch. It's going to be a ball just outside.
Speaking of which, where's that kid? I've been trying to find a fitted hat with that look. I can't find it.
Now here's the 1-0.
That's the
Girardi's pitch.
That's their,
Inside corner, called a strike.
Classic hat with
Girardi locating really well right now.
all I'm saying is their jerseys for that were off.
There's the 1-1 Girardi.
So Vegas jerseys were but that,
I'm
but
set.
that logo.
Comes the
Logo
pitch.
that they use for the Winter
Hit towards the
Classic.
right side. Going to go foul. Now it's a 1-2 count. Also, what's cool about this field, I love how the freeway goes right over the field. Look, it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat.
It's similar to the Angels Stadium.
Yeah,
in
just no Honda
California.
Center behind.
Exactly. It's kind of an eyesore.
There's the 1-2. It's a check swing. Did he go? Yes, sir. So it's first place umpire Eduardo Ruiz.
A nice job there. An off-speed pitch by Girardi on the outside part of the plate. Just fooled him enough. It dives off the outside part of the plate. That's exactly what Ethan Royal is telling Dodson as he comes to the plate now. Beware of that off-speed pitch. It dives out at the last second. You won't expect it, and that's what got him on a little bit of a jam there in the middle of the swing.
Now it was Hank Dodson. Comes first pitch, going to be a ball low and away. Dodson 0 for 1 today, have a strikeout in the first inning. Here's the 1-0. Girardi. He deals. It's a high outside fastball taken for a ball. Makes now a 2-0 count here to Dodson. Dodson now at the hitter's count. Has, I would say, the best batting average on the team. Only one higher is Walker, but Walker's only had 6 at bats, so you can't really make a whole batting average off of under 10 at bats like that. Now here's a 2-0. Taken for a ball low. Now it's a 3-0 count here to Dodson.
Yeah, Dodson have the mindset right now. Make Girardi throw to you. He's gotten a lot of chases through these first 2 at bats, and Dodson just wants him to throw a strike across the heart of the plate.
Now Girardi with the 3-0 count. Harley can imagine him swinging here. Takes ball 4. It's on the ground. He might try to round and try to go 2 because the ball went to the backstop, but Gallegos prevents it. Runs, grabs the ball, holds Dodson at first.
And a heads-up play there by Gallegos. Recognizes that he can take that turn at first and go to second. Make sure he passes over to grab that ball and holds him on first base after the walk from Girardi.
Now it's Aaron Perez, a little bit lefty
Kansas City because
right
Illinois
here.
was-
And Dodson, he has stolen a base so far this season. No one has made more than 1 stolen base. And here's the first pitch by Girardi. It's going to be a high
but they kept
fastball
when
taken
the
for a ball.
NWSL made that sale, they were allowed to keep the Royals stuff. And
1-0 count here to Perez.
Yeah. Yep. So they gave Ryan Smith the right kind of take it over.
Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball taken for a strike. Makes it now a 1-1 count.
Yeah, the Trailblazers definitely have, as a
Yeah, they
team
drew pretty
mindset
good.
right now.
I think they
Want
were
Girardi to make
second
sure
or
they
third
throw a
in the league,
strike
I think.
before they start swinging. I'd expect now for them to be a little more active in the batter's box.
Not a 1-1. Girardi looks over to first. Goes to the plate. It's going to be taken for a ball. 3-0 is the score. Rebels up. 2-1 count here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 outs, runner on first here, and that's Hank Dodson and Aaron Perez trying to create a little 2-out rally. Now here's a 2-1 count.
Yeah.
Comes the pitch. It's going to be a little dribbler right back to Girardi. Girardi underhand flips it over to Krizik, and that will be the end of the inning. Rebels come up unscathed yet again. No runs. One guy walked, that's Hank Dodson. But Rebels are up 3-0 going into the top of the fourth inning. We'll be right back after this.
And we're back here for the top of the fourth inning. Alex Pimentel steps to the box as the first pitch to him is checked down the first. He did not go, so the count moved to 1-0 to begin the inning.
Well, count here, the Pimentel started off the day with a single, and it was a couple singles that brought home the third run for the Rebels today. Now here's the, well, no, taking for a ball.
Actually, they did call that one a strike. That one low in the zone, but called their strike, so it counts on unit 1-1.
Wow. Here's the 1-1. Good call, Donovan, and this one's hit hard straightaway center field. Walker's going back, looking at the fences off the heart of the batter's eye. And Pimentel able to get to second there with a leadoff double. And just like you said, it took that one little dribbler to kind of get things started for Pimentel.
Yeah, to get things started for Pimentel, he drove that one straight out to center, and he looked there as Walker thought he might be able to make a play on it, but that ball kept rising to go off the batter's eye.
That went off the middle of it, too.
Yeah, that thing was crushed, and the thing is that ball got thrown back in and tips off the glove of Soto Jr., and it looked as if third base coach wanted him to keep coming to third base. Instead, he kind of stopped and motioned towards the dugout, so maybe he could have got an extra bag there if he was paying attention to where the ball was.
Up as Palmaro takes the first pitch for a strike. Got a single back in the second inning after Pimentel got on, and it was just station baseball for a little bit. There's 0-1. Comes the pitch. Palmaro hits over to the left side. This goes right through the glove of McDaniel, and it will be station baseball yet again. Runners are going to be at the corners here.
And Myra's put the ball hard and played 2 times so far in this game, and it's just found holes wherever it goes. And McDaniel that time tried to stay low to the ground on it, but takes a little bit of a hop right over his glove. So now runners at the corners, and again, Vasilo he cannot see, or Vasilo cannot seem to find success right at the beginning of these innings.
Yeah, Vasilo is having a ton of trouble here in the beginning of each of the first 4 innings of play.
Plus leagues.
Nope, it's Chase Ditmar. Last time got the RBI single.
If they host.
Here's the first pitch. It's going to be a low pitch taken for a ball. Rebels have an excellent scoring opportunity again for the 4th straight inning, having runners on the corners with 0 outs for the 3rd straight inning here, Donovan.
Regular season ends in October. And then the same thing with the NWS.
Navasalu. It's over to first. Deals.
Yeah, they have a month
It's
off
going to be
for
taken for a strike that was
Olympics this
pretty
year.
much inside the batter's box. Looked like an iron.
Yeah, it looks like that inside pitch to righties and outside pitch to lefties is getting called a lot. So Ditmar's going to have to adjust here. They haven't taken advantage of these situations so far in this game, only scoring 3 runs. We'll see if they're able to do it here.
There's the 1-1.
Got lacrosse that's going to go there.
Comes the pitch. Denmark hits it hard towards the left side, but this one's gonna go foul.
That thing almost made it to the street. It actually lands in maybe the practice field over there on the left side. Almost looks like a little league field of how tiny it is.
Yeah,
over
almost
there.
near the apartments over
Yeah.
there. And our rider, Olin, he used to go here. That would have been his old apartment. Good thing is he lives in Vegas now.
He could have found a souvenir out there.
There's the 1-2. It's hit hard right up the middle. Soto tosses it over to Cutting. Cutting throws over to first. It's giving a 6-4-3 double play. Scores in the run. Though the Rebels will build their lead, get some insurance, make their score now 4-0. But it is a double play and the bases are cleared.
Well, they'll take the run. So as you spoke about last inning, Higgins went down looking, and he could have driven that run in. And even if he hit into a double play, well, there was the even if he hit into a double play from Ditmar. They do get the insurance run, but he sure would have liked to see more of that at bat.
No, the first pitch is way off the ground there to Gallegos. Gallegos last time,
I wanted to go
fielder's
up for a weekend
choice.
So I could hit a game for each team, and they only play like 3
It was a
times this
double
year where
play
they
in the
both
fielder's
play on
choice
the
as
same
well.
weekend.
It went
They're
second and
always
third. It was a
opposite of each other, but
4-5. It was a 4-6-5 double play.
kind of disappointing. But
And now the 1-0 Gallegos went around on a check swing, and now it's a 1-1 count. Now the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Gallegos takes it for a ball.
That one just misses on the outside corner. Good eye there by Gallegos on that off speed. Looked like a change up there.
Now 2-1. Goslip deals. It's taken for a strike on the very end of the corner there. Makes it now a 2-2 count. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls. Dudes are wild.
third tier.
That looked almost as if it was the exact same pitch that time, and that just better framework from behind the plate. And
Now
there it is again.
strike 3 looking. Great framework there by Dodson, and the Rebels are up 4-0. But Utah Tech, they're doing a great job getting out of their tough jams. This game could be a lot worse than that. Rebels up 4-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Brandon Studi is getting things started off here for Utah Tech. Down 4-0, but they've done a great job mitigating the damage, getting out of really tough traffic jams on the bases. Because they've had runners at the corners and no outs in each of the last 3 innings. On first pitch, it's a bunt. Almost hit him in the face. Was able to hit the bat though, but if he missed the ball of his bat, that would have hit him right in the face.
Yeah, he tried to get a little couple steps there towards first base and ended up crossing almost the center of home plate. Literally avoids narrow disaster there.
Now here's 0-1. It's going to be hit over to short. Myro makes the play over to first in time to record the out.
Nice fancy little footwork there by Myro. Comes in, picks it up on his forehand. Nice transfer over and flips it over to Krizik for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, number 50, Chase Rodriguez.
Nope, it's Chase Rodriguez so far. Got on base in his only plate appearance by hit by pitch. And also pitching now for the Rebels is Reese Lewick. First pitch is a ball to Rodriguez. And in Lewick, he was the first. He was him and Tyler Avery were the first player guest on the Hustlin Rebel podcast. We're going to be launching that again this season. Now, the one of those taken for a ball outside, but I'm excited for season number 2 of the podcast.
The podcast was really fun to do last year. We got a lot of great interviews of a lot of these Hustlin Rebels. As the next pitch is popped way up towards the left side of the field, Gallegos trying to make a play. He's called off there by Dittmar, and Dittmar comes in on a little bit of a slide and makes a nice play in foul territory. And I believe that'll be the second out of the inning for the Rebels.
Now let me get it right. That was a home run in an elevator shot.
There you
There you
go.
go. I
There
finally
we
got
go.
it. Took me
That's
forever.
number 6 on the season, Ryan. We didn't have one on Sunday.
Now batting,
No,
so
right.
sad.
fielder, number 11,
But
Jack
like I was saying, the Hustle Rebel podcast, really fun listen. If you guys haven't, check it out on Spotify, or go ahead and go to either myself or Ryan's Instagrams, and we have it linked there as well.
So if St. George can't do baseball, can we do any minor league sports or no?
Now first pitch is a ball to Jack Walker.
To facility.
Yeah.
It's going to come to fan. Minor league baseball would be great, but
Now the 1-0.
who wants to
Comes
sit
the pitch, breaking ball, taken inside for a strike.
Look at Vegas. I don't know how Vegas
Look,
does
working
what
really
they do.
quickly here, and he's locating the zone well.
Yeah.
And he has
I don't
full
know.
control of his off speed, and
It's a
especially
nice
it looks like
stadium,
that
but yeah,
cutter.
see there,
That's the
that-
2
that
outs
they're
that he's
themselves,
generated from that
everything.
pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Here's the 1-1. Taken inside for a ball.
And there it was again. That time just didn't find the zone. Actually ended up almost hitting Walker, but he's able to get out of the way.
Nice.
Another 2-1 count.
Things for Bill to do pre and post game.
Lewick deals. It's hit high towards the left side. This one looks like it's going to go out of play, and it will, to make it now a 2-2 count. Deuces are wild here, 2-2-2.
The second ball that's landed in that practice field over there. I mean, if there's anybody that really wants some souvenirs, I'm pretty sure that fence is hoppable, right, Ryan?
Well, the thing is about this school is that if you return a ball, you get popcorn for free. So if you want a free snack, you go get it, or if you want to play some baseball, you can pick it up and play over there. Maybe that's where the club team plays.
Yeah, maybe.
Now 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Lewick with the breaking ball strikes out Walker on a swing and miss towards the outside part of the plate. 3 up, 3 down for Utah Tech. Rebels keep the 4-0 lead going into the top of the 5th inning. We'll be right back right after this.
they were good.
They're off to start off the top of the 5th inning, and we talked about college baseball moving at a rapid pace. Game started an hour ago. We're already at the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, this game flying by, similar to the first game against Bradley this past weekend. I mean, this game might be over in 2 hours.
And now coming in to relieve Carson Ingeroff, right-handed pitcher. And up first is Ron Charles, choking up on the bat. Puts a little check swing, goes down third base, but goes foul.
That was almost a perfectly executed swing bunt by Rylan Charles there down the third baseline. Just rolled right past the bag on the wrong side.
0-1 count here to Charles with a choked up bat. Comes the pitch. It's going to be hit towards right center. That will drop after a diving attempt from Rodriguez unsuccessful. Takes a little bit of a round to second, but then goes back to first. He has to be careful because on Saturday, a hit went over the center fielder's head of Bradley, went too far past second base, lost his footing, got taken out. It didn't get taken out, but got thrown out at second.
His ankles took him out. That's why
His ankles did take him out.
Is number 13. By Randall.
Okay.
0-1 count here.
Now
Hey,
batting fifth and
now-
playing right field, number 5.
Nope, it's a Heft.
Caden Clark.
Takes a strike.
Batting sixth and now playing center field, number
0-1 count here to
12.
Heft.
Carson
I just
Hurley.
played a little bit of time travel there before I said
yeah,
0-1.
just you predicted the future.
Here's 0-1. Heft hits it towards left side, goes past Soto. Soto Jr. tried to make a diving attempt, wasn't able to get it. And now we'll go station to station now. So runners are first and second. So first time today, it's not runners at the corners, it's first and second.
Either way, still the first two batters have reached every inning so far in this game. And the Rebels have only been able to score 4 runs. It's been a good job by this Trailblazer pitching staff to work its way out of jams. I mean, 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, none in the third, and 1 in the fourth.
Nope, it's Schmidt. Schmidt over 2 for strikeout and then got on base by an error by a shortstop Soto. Now first pitch is a ball that Dodson had to block, taken for a ball.
Yeah, Dodson's been a wall back there behind the plate. And I also want to mention Heft now with that single has reached base every single time, and he's 2/4 of the way through the cycle, and he even has to walk the boot if he somehow
13
makes it.
for 30, 5 for 50, and 12 for 11.
There's the 1-0. Taking ball outside. Here to Schmidt. Schmidt right now, 2-0 count. Now here's an opportunity. You could try some fun things on the base pass here at 0 outs and a 2-0 count. Let's see what they do. Now 2-0. Taking now it's a 3-0 count. Now this one, Schmidt is not going to be given the green light here. I think.
No, I believe he just looked down at the third base coach and he didn't even look back. So you know this one's going to be taken.
There's a 3-0 count. He's going to be taking ball 4. And bases on balls here.
Charles single.
So Charles is now on third. Heft is on second. And on first base is Parker Schmidt. And now we're going to have our first mound visit of the day. Cade Higgins is going to be up to bat. Struck out 2 times so far to start off today. But now has an opportunity to cash in on some runs.
Yeah, and I don't think this is going to be anything called a bullpen, which it's not. But there is an arm getting warmed up down there. Just more of a, let's just calm down. Let's try and get this next batter out. It's all about getting the next guy out. Double play here of only 1 run allowed, and they're right back into the same situation they have been in through the first 4.
Well, now it's Cade Higgins. Base is loaded. They're going to play in double play depth here because they want to try to get more outs here than just giving up runs. Because if you go all infield in, ball goes past you, then you have base loaded yet again, or even worse, giving up multiple runs. So they're going to go double play depth here. First pitch is taken for a ball inside. Angeroff having a really tough time finding the zone, but the corner infielders, both of those are in. There's the 1-0. This one's hit by Higgins right field. It's going to go just foul and too far for Rodriguez to run to. And now making out a 1-1 count.
Yeah, and that one looked a lot deeper from where we're sitting, right?
Yeah,
I thought that thing was.
That looked like it went
deep
off.
to
It looked like it went off either the end of the bat or off the hands. It didn't look like it went. It didn't look like it got the barrel.
Looked like it kind of died in the wind. The wind has picked up here, blowing in from right field, as you can see by the flags out in right center. So I believe that did kill the baseball as well, as it hung up there for a long time.
On a 1-1 count, here comes the pitch. He's going to be taken for a ball inside and making now a 2-1 count here for Higgins. Bases loaded, the Rebels up 4-0. Comes the pitch. It's going to be a swing and a miss from Higgins. Now he has himself a 2-2 count.
And Higgins wanted that one bad, but he pulled his head off. Was looking into right field when his bat crossed the plane there, so wants to make sure that he stays staunch in his approach.
There's a 2-2. Ingroff deals. Hit towards the right side. It's going to go over to first. It's going to be out at home, but the play to first from Dodson is not in time. So Perez gets out at home, and it will now be 1 out with the bases loaded for Austin Krizik.
Now batting first
Austin
base,
Krizik will get another opportunity to drive in a run there. Higgins just a little bit too far out in front of that one, but gets bailed out by the fact that the first baseman, or excuse me, the pitcher who was covering first base, just couldn't hang on to the ball there as it falls out of his glove.
Krizik over 2 today. First time got out with a fly out to center field, and second time grounded out into a double play. But now it's an opportunity to drive in some runs yet again. Now here's the first pitch of Krizik. It's off the dirt, but good block there. Great block there by Dodson to keep it in front of him.
Fourth block of the day for Dodson. Pitches that have bounced in the dirt. And that one almost could have kicked wildly, but a great job there just to corral it and make sure they can't come around to score. That's J.P. Heff that's standing on third base right now.
Now 1-0 count. Bases are loaded here for the Hustlin Rebels. Comes the pitch. This one's going to be off the dirt again. Another block there from Dodson. Good job keeping in front of him yet again.
Especially as Angeroth is struggling to find the zone here. I think Krizik's well aware of that. Krizik's going to make Angeroth throw something across the plate before he starts swinging.
Now it's a 2-0 count here for Krizik with the bases loaded. Rebels up 4-0. Now the hitters count. This is a big time for Krizik to try to get some more insurance. Now Krizik hits it over to the left side. That one very close. It's right there hitting Heff that's on third base right now. It went foul.
I mean, Heff just barely got out of the way of that one. That thing was absolutely crushed by Krizik. I was just saying that you may not see him swing the bat, but that was a hanging off speed pitch where he got every stitch of, just couldn't keep it fair.
There's a 2-1. Comes the pitch. It's taken for a ball. Now it's a 3-1 count here to Austin Krizik. Looked like Heft was doing what you do in the California earthquake drills. You stop, you drop, and you duck for cover. And that's what looked like Heft did at third. Now here's the 3-1 count. Angeroff set. Deals. It's taken high for ball 4, so he walks in a run. Rebels now up 5-0, this time via the walk.
And this game's just been awkward on offense for the Rebels. I mean, they've had numerous opportunities to drive in runs. And when you think of bases loaded, Austin Krizik at the plate, and you see a run score, you think a base hit, but no, he works his way onto first base via the walk and keeps the bases loaded and passes the bat, who now is up. Alex Pimentel, who has 2 hits on the day.
Yeah, Pimentel entered today with under 100 batting average, but started off the day with a single to right, then a double that hit off the wall. Now takes strike 1 in the beginning of this at bat.
Not a strike? Yeah.
Now 0-1 count here to get things started for Pimentel.
I'm going to
Infielders in double play depth. This one's hit straight away center. Give me a little bit of a run, but Walker's able to catch it. All runners are able to advance and make it safely. And that'll be an RBI sacrifice fly for Alex Pimentel.
That was a nice throw in there by Walker, too, and they almost were able to nail Krizik going to second base. Krizik took a little bit of his sweet time trying to get the second, had to pick it up at the end, but he does get in there safely.
If Krizik was out at second, that's a well, no, it wouldn't have been a force out, so it would have not scored in a run.
They had to get the tag down.
They had to get the
Still,
tag
it was
down
a close
before.
play.
Yeah, so the run would have scored regardless. But if he left early and they got him back out at first, that would have deducted the run as a force out. Now 2 out runners at second and third here, as Paul Mario takes a ball to start off that bat. 1 for 2 today. Got on base both times. Got a single in the second inning, and then got an error by McDaniel at third base back in the 4th inning. There's the 1-0. Mario takes a strike on an off-speed pitch.
No. We're not worried about that. We're worried about the part where
1-1 count here.
it's
Runners on second, third. Ingroff set.
We've established that. So religion's now out the door.
He deals.
Religion's now
And this one's going to be A called ball. Might have been low in a way. Makes it now a 2-1 count.
And that one just missed, and that spot has been called a strike. I mean, relatively the entirety of this game.
Now 2-1. Here comes the pitch. This is going to be hit foul. Back towards the football field. And brand new, they put the Utah Tech logo on it. Last time I was here, it was still Dixie State. I think it looks really sharp, the football field here, for especially an FCS program.
It looks it's a much improved field and a much upgraded look. The stainless steel look was really nice, especially like you mentioned when you're driving across the highway. It's really easy to point out.
There's a 2-2. Taken high and away, makes it now a full count here to Paul Myro. First base is open here for Angeroff because runners are at second and third here. Rebels are up 6-0. Myro able to get some extra insurance. Myro hits it right up to the pitcher here. Angeroff is able to underhand it and get him out.
Nice
So
play there on the mound.
Rebels able to get 2 in that inning. Rebels up 6-0 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be back right after this. Now going into the bottom of the 5th inning, like we said, it is a bullpen game. And LJ Mercurius, the freshman, is going into the game right now. Right-handed arm.
Third baseman, number 14, Kyle McDaniel.
Now Kyle McDaniel will get things started for Utah Tech. So far 0-2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch is a taken strike on the outer part of the plate.
A nice pitch there by Mercurius after coming in. You know, first ever game pitching in a college uniform. Maybe a little bit nerve-wracking, but a nice job there.
Not 0-1, taken for a strike on the outer part of the plate yet again. Now it's 0-2 count to McDaniel.
Let's face it, SoCal life is fun, right? Okay, I get it.
Not 0-2. Mercurius deals.
But
And this could be a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. And this was a little bit weird. The batter McDaniel thought it went off the ground. It didn't. But Gallegos threw it over to third. I know they dropped third strike. They threw it over to third.
He checked back, saw the umpire raise his fist, making sure that he did acknowledge that Gallegos caught the ball, so he threw it around, and it looked like Daniel thought he was going to make it the first
Yeah,
base
that
until
was
the
a-
umpire signaled in front of him.
There's the first pitch here to Soto. Soto takes a ball to make it now 1-0 count. That was a weird sequence because I thought it was a drop third strike. And I was like, Gallegos, why are you throwing it over to third?
He knew he caught it.
He knew he caught it. And we're curious. Deals just aside.
Missed. I mean, that's a fastball. It's located pretty well. I'm curious.
Now 2-0 count. We're curious. Set. He deals. This one's low. That was a 3-0 count here to Soto.
I mean, two that just missed there. And, you know, there's a difference between balls that you don't like and balls that you do. When you're talking about when an umpire's calling your pitch as a man on the mound, and those two that first missed, that one is going to go across for a strike to make the count 3-1.
3-0.
The first two that missed, you don't want to locate those pitches any better.
Here's the 3-1. Mercurius deals. This one's going to be a strike on the outest part of the plate.
And those two were in the same location as the first two pitches. So, interesting call there from the umpire. But either way, I mean, the count's now moves to full. It's a payoff pitch incoming.
Payoff pitch. 3-2 count here. Mercurius deals. It's going to be hit high towards the right side. This one looks like it'll drop, and it does. It'll be a one-hopper to the wall. This will be extra bases. Mercurius will get a double, and that will be the first hit today for Utah Tech. You start to see some claps from the crowd for the first time.
I mean, that pitch was absolutely drilled out to right center.
Now
Nice
batting,
play
second
off the
baseman,
wall,
number
in
8,
right by
Jared
Higgins. He's able to get it
Cuddy.
quickly and hold him to a one-out double. And now Cuddy will come to the plate with an opportunity to push across the first run of the game for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, Cunning today so far 0 for 1 for strikeout looking in the third inning. Now one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Runner on second base here is P. Soto as the first pitch is taken away. Now 1-0 count here. Mercurius is set. Looks over at second. Looks over again. He deals. This one's going to be hit towards the right side. Going to be a tough play. But Heft is able to make it. And I'll record the second out.
Yeah, that is one beneficiary of playing where Heft is right now. The sun's really not in his eyes, and especially on that little blue line, able to run towards the shade. And he's able to make that nice play on the run, and now 2 outs with the runner on second base.
Yeah, now up is Ethan Royal with 2 outs here. It needs to really get a 2-out rally here. The Trailblazers are down 6 runs here and definitely could use some help. There's the first pitch. Taken for a strike. So far, Royal today is 0 for 2 for ground out and a strikeout in the first and third inning. Mercurius is set. Looks over at second. Goes to the plate. This one's going to be inside. It looks like
that part of the plate's been a little shaky today.
But see, here's the thing, and I get that because
here's the 1-1. Mercedes looks over at the second. Goes to the plate. Going to be taking a strike there, an off-speed pitch. Mercurius has a 1-2 count. 2 outs here. 1-2 count. Runner at second base here. And that is Soto here with Royal up the bat. Mercurius deals to the plate. Should be high and outside on the fastball. Makes now a 2-2 count.
And he put a little extra on that one. That one was a high riser and just didn't get the swing from Royal. Good eye there and make sure not to chase that pitch with the runner in scoring position.
Now 2-2 count here. Deuces are wild with 2 outs here. Comes the pitch. It's going to be a high inside fastball. Makes it now a full count with 2 outs here and Ethan Royal up the bat.
Royal has a good look at that upstairs part of the zone. He hasn't gone chasing all of today. Even the strikeout, he swung a low off-speed pitch.
There's the full count. It's going to be an inside corner strikeout looking there for Ethan Royal. The Trailblazers were threatening there, but Mercurius was able to hold up for the Rebels. Rebels up 6-0 going into the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll be right back right after this.
Chase Ditmar.
Now Ditmar's going to be off the bat to start off the 6th inning. I said going to the bottom of the 5th because you know me. Thinking that the Rebels are going to be up next, but it's the top of the 6th. Now up is Dakota West to pitch for the Trailblazers. His first pitch from him is a little bit high, taken for a ball by
And
Ditmar.
West has a little bit of a hitch in that delivery. Kind of holds it at the top of his leg kick, and maybe that'll help him, especially on some off-speed pitches, trying to throw off some of these roll bats.
There's a 1-0. It's a fastball taken away. It's hard to develop a off-speed if you're not able to pitch the fastball accurately. Or near the play, both of the first two pitches a little bit wild.
Can't tell the number. That's fake.
Here's a 2-0.
You catch him now?
It's a fastball taken inside for a ball. Now it's a quick 3-0 count here to Chase Ditmar.
You would think Ditmar definitely taking here on this next pitch, especially after how those first two pitches missed, and he still misses narrowly on the third one.
There's the 3-0. Here comes the pitch. It's taken for a ball inside, and that will be bases on balls here for Ditmar.
Okay. Hold on one second. Talixon's in the 2-hole for Dodson behind the plate. Okay, Talixon.
Pitch mound visit.
Up to Cutting. Moves.
Now we got ourselves another mound visit. Will that be the day for West? I don't think so. It's only one batter. But
Borgonio's in the 7-hole for McDaniel playing second.
But there is already an arm getting warmed up.
Yeah, there
second
is.
Right.
And Josh Rojas is at first base.
There's not very many long leashes being put on these Trailblazer arms.
yeah, it looks like it is a bullpen day for both teams here.
Number 20.
Wait, but now up is
Now to
Gallegos.
pinch hit for
Or-
UNLV.
There's
Number
a
20,
pitching.
Bailey
There's a
C.
pinch hit.
Okay,
That'll be
where's
Bailey
Talixon
who
batting?
comes in to bat for Chase
Where was
Gallegos. He's
Talixon
going to
batting?
be taking over the catching duties
For Dodson.
Okay.
for Gallegos. And in that game on Sunday, he actually came into play, and he hit a home run. So definitely some power in Bailey's bat as the first pitch is taken for a strike.
Yeah, Seager's first pitch is taken for a strike there, going in for Gallegos.
Figure out who goes where and how.
With a 0-1 count here,
Right now, outside of
comes the pitch.
outside.
Can be taken for a ball. It's now a 1-1 count.
And it's important to mention, 6th straight inning where the leadoff batter has reached base for the Rebels.
And also the guy up next has always been able to get on base as well. Now here's a 1-1. Comes the pitch. It's hit high towards the left part of the field. Looks like left fielder Royal is able to make a play on it, and he misses the ball. This one's gonna drop in, and it will be technically a single. It didn't hit his glove at all,
Yeah,
and that'll be a pop fly single.
yeah, and as much as I was talking about last inning about Heft playing against the Sun and was able to make a nice play, that one,
Now batting
just that
center
left
fielder,
fielder and
number 25,
Royal,
Ryland
he has to look
Charles.
straight into the sun. I believe he lost it. That was a high fly ball that Bailey hit. He's able to make the most of it. As now there's runners on first and second with nobody out.
Rebels always somehow to get both runners on. Doesn't matter if it's a hit by air or by whatever. The first pitch is taken for a ball. So Ryland Charles is now at the bat. But what a weird way to get things started for UNLV in the first 6 innings. Gain their first and second batter on base no matter what. And 2 of the times it's been by errors. Here's the 1-0. And this one hits Ryland Charles. Looks like it's by the ankle. Limps a couple of steps, but he looks like he's good.
And I mean, I don't think they're gonna go to the bullpen just yet because the arm still hasn't gotten warmed up and right. So West is gonna have to face JP Heft here with bases loaded and nobody out.
Now I got bases loaded. Rebels up 6-0.
JP.
They could get themselves some extra insurance here by right now JP Heft that's up to bat.
How's Michigan?
Now here's the first pitch to Heft with the bases loaded. Takes the off-speed pitch for a strike.
And then COVID hits and basically you're toast. Did you go home right after that, or did you?
Well, it's an 0-1 count here to Heft.
Oh wow. So you're
West is set. Now he deals. This one's going to be taken for a ball. That's a little bit low. That had to be blocked by Dodson. Now Dodson doing a great job making blocks, like I said earlier. He's been saving a lot of runs from coming in.
Yeah, especially he gets active when there are runners in scoring position, and he's done a great job so far today.
Now a 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Going to be taken for a ball, low and away. Makes it now a 2-1 count.
Trying to avoid the second straight inning where a run is walked in. They're trying to make the Rebels put the ball in play, and they've struggled to have scored in scoring position so far today,
So how was
even though they are leading 6-0.
2-1 count. Here comes the pitch from West.
first time it's
Gonna be taken away for a ball, makes it now a 3-1 count here. The JP Heft with the bases loaded. Very dangerous situation for the Rebels yet again.
Dodson signals to the arm. West, just try and calm down. Just for play and catch. Hit me right in the glove.
Here's the 3-1. Taken for a strike on the outer part of the plate. Makes now a full count here with no outs. Bases are loaded. And this game, it looks like it's really going the Rebels' way, but they can really put it away with a big swing of the bat here from Heft. There's a 3-2. West deals. It's taken for a ball way outside, hit the ground. And that will be a base on ball, scoring in the Rebels' second time today doing that.
And now the pitching change, I believe, is going to come in.
Well, I mean, I think you got to after letting the first 4 batters get on base. I mean, one of them we can't really do much about with the error on the second at bat of the inning, but I mean, well, it wasn't an error. Technically, it was a hit on our book. Other books might have called it an error, but I didn't see a hit any glove, right?
It didn't hit any glove. It just dropped right behind him as he tried to reach his arm back, and it bounced straight off the grass so hard that he actually just grabbed it out of midair and tossed it in.
So now we're going to have a pitching change for Utah Tech. Let's see who it is. It looked like, in my point of view, actually, it's not that. Oh, that number. Let's go. It's Ben Clark coming in for Utah Tech. The sophomore right-hander.
We'll take just a little bit of a break while he gets warmed up. We'll be right back for the rest of the top of the 6th inning.
Now we're back after the pitching change. Now pitching for Utah Tech just before we went off for our break was Ben Clark.
Yeah, batting left field.
2.1 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, and has an ERA of 15, north of 15. 7-0 is the score. Bases loaded here for Schmidt, and Schmidt takes a hack at the first pitch, misses it, and that'll be strike 1.
I mean, we talked about Olin's apartments out there in left field. That thing, he was trying to hit that one at the hospital that's about 2 miles away. And that thing may have reached about.
There's 1. Here comes the pitch. Taken for a ball low. And another Dodson block. I don't even know how many. Have you even been counting anymore, Donovan?
No, it's been a terrific defensive performance by Dodson on the plate today.
There's the 1-1. Comes the pitch. Going to be taken for a strike on the outer part of the plate by Schmidt.
Look at a little cutter action there from Clark on the mound. That one just kind of moved right over the heart of the plate. Now Schmidt's got to protect the 2 strikes.
1-2 count. Bases are loaded for UNLV. Here comes the pitch. Schmidt hits it over to the right side. That will drop for a base hit. That'll bring home 1. And that will be it. So it's going to be everyone moving 1 base there. But RBI single for Parker Schmidt.
I believe that's only the 2nd hit with runners in scoring position for the Rebels today, but they are leading 8-0.
2 runs scored.
So 1 run score there for the Rebels. The score is 8-0, and that brings up Cade Higgins. Cade Higgins up with the bases loaded here. No outs. 8-0. The Rebels are up. He could give them some extra insurance. Take strike 1 on the outer part of the plate. Higgins so far unproductive. 2 strikeouts to start off the day, then a fielder's choice in the 5th inning.
And excuse me, that was 3 hits so far for the Rebels.
There's 0-1, taken outside for a ball to make it now a 1-1 count. No 1-1 count. Bases are loaded here for Higgins. Here comes the pitch. Hits it hard to the right side. That will also drop. That will bring home 1. Let's see if they go to the 2. No, they're just going to go station and station here, the Rebels.
They're finding solid contact against his arms that's coming into the game, and they're going to just continue to let they'll meet the middle of their lineup continue to work. Is now Austin Krizik to step to the plate.
Now, Krizik is up to the plate. It really looks like the Rebels on the base paths are only going to go station to station right now. They're not going to try to bring home any extra runs if not needed. And not going to say not going to try to, but they're not going to be aggressive on the base paths right now. With no outs and bases loaded, might as well.
Dakota fix, right?
Now, first pitch taken for a strike here to Krizik. Now 0-1's the count. Here comes the pitch, and this one hits Krizik, and that will make it now 10-0 for the Rebels.
Okay, so now the errors completely out of play. The book is closed on Dakota. Now it just resets to
That makes it 10-0 for UNLV here in the 6th inning.
Now batting designated hitter number 22, Alex Pimentel.
2 hits, 1 hit batter. Yep.
Now up is Alex Pimentel with the bases loaded. And with a 10-run lead. First pitch, hit over to the right side. This one might stay in play here. It's going to be playable for Rodriguez, and he makes the catch. Rebels are going to try to go home here, and they will. They'll score in a run here. Now it looks like it's Parker Schmidt that just scored from third. And the Rebels are now up 11-0 with runners now on second and third with 1 out.
Yes.
So still a productive out there for Pimentel, second sacrifice of the game.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to bring up. Back-to-back sacrifice flies for Pimentel to go along with his single and his double, in which he came around to score in both. So has accounted for 4 of the UNLV runs.
Now up is Paul Myro. Rebels are going to be banging around this inning.
22
Comes the first pitch. Myro takes it on the outer part of the plate, just outside the plate, taking for a ball.
It's not number 20. 28. There you go, Marshall.
1-0 count. Here comes the pitch. Just swing and a miss for Myro. Makes now a 1-0 count.
Myro's hit the ball hard in every at-bat he's had so far today. We'll see if he's able to continue that. If he is, he might be able to bring home 2 more runs.
Here's the 1-1 taken inside for a ball. Makes it now a 2-1 count. 2-1's the count here to Paul Myro. Rebels up by 11 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Cam, what's up?
And Myro can extend it.
Count for this.
Takes the ball outside. Now it's a 3-1 count.
Yeah, massive hitters count here for Paul Myro, who has a lot of power. And if this ball's left over to the heart of the plate, watch out.
Yeah, Paul Myro this season, no home runs so far, but he has the power to hit it over. He's done it a lot last year. Now here's the 3-1. He tries to swing for the fences, but misses. Now it's a 3-1 count.
Yeah, nice, smart idea there to take a little bit off that one. Looked like a changeup in the lower part of the zone. Myro swung right over top of it, was expecting a fastball probably upstairs.
Now here's the full count pitch. It's hit right up the middle. That will find its way for a single. That will score 1, and that will score 2. So Krizik will score, and also Cade Higgins will score. So a 2-run RBI single there for Paul Myro. So now runner is only going to be on first. It's going to be Paul Myro. Rebels are up 13-0, and that might be the day for Ben Clark.
Clark came in. I mean, he threw strikes. That's what you want. But unfortunately, everything that was hit just found a hole in the infield and the outfield, the ones that dunk in there. So that one now, he will exit. It's a 13-0 Rebel lead. We'll get you most updated information when we can about the new arm coming in for the Trailblazers. We'll be right back.
Well, it's going to be Jonah Marshall, and we'll be right back with him entering the game right after this. Now it's going to be Chase Dipmar to get things started here for the Rebels. With one out here in the top of the 16. Rebels have a 13-0 lead after this 7 runs so far inning, but it's only one out. And this is Dipmar's second at bat of the inning. Hits over left side, going to be a double play opportunity. There'll only be one out here, as there's only a play to second for Cutting.
And it looked like Cutting just maybe thought there was already 2 outs. He kind of like pump faked it there. Like
Well,
he was
no,
in
it
for
looked
first.
like it looked like right there that
Now batting
Myro
number
didn't
20,
give a
Bailey
pathway to
Seeger.
throw to
But
first.
He just went towards the bag. That's up to Cutting to move out of the way and get the ball
Yeah.
to first base.
It absolutely is. Now 2 outs here for runner on first, and now up is a Seager. First pitch is a foul ball towards the left side. Oh, 1 count. Now Marshall. Set with the 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Can be taken inside for a ball. That's a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. Comes the pitch. Breaking ball, taken for a ball. Makes it now a 2-1 count. Now Seager gets his second at bat in the inning. Here, 2-1 count here. Taken for a strike on the inner part of the plate. Makes it now 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the top of the 6th inning.
Sure, Meisner now. Sean in the bullpen.
Here's a 2-2. This one's hit hard towards left field. Looks like that there's a play on it from Royal, and there is. So he's able to make the play here to end the inning. Rebels, a lot of hits in this one. 13 runs.
7-3-1-1.
The Rebels are up right now going into the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be right back right after this. They're back for the bottom. The 6th inning. The Rebels are up 13-0. Look like they went to Utah for a little bit of a mission here.
Number 29.
Yeah, they're definitely showing off
Alex
offensively and on the defensive side of things. They haven't really had to make too many plays. The pitchers have been shutting down this Trailblazer offense.
Now coming in the pitch, Blaze Hill, the right-handed junior. Comes the first pitch, taken for a ball. Now here's the 1-0. This one's going to be a strike right down the middle. No, but Connor Toddson takes a ball outside, makes now a 2-1 count. Here's a 2-1. Comes the pitch. Gonna be a called ball low and away. There's the 3-1 count. Comes a pitch from Hill. It's gonna be a foul ball. Go off the glove of Seeger. Is in the game for Gallegos, staying in the game at catcher.
Yeah, Seeger almost made a nice play there. Almost was able to catch that off the foul tip. Just missed it.
It's a 3-2 to Tollefson. Comes the pitch. Gonna be taken low and away for ball 4.
Seeger tried to frame that one up on the outside corner, just a little too far off the plate, and now Trailblazers have a runner on first for the first time, for only the second time in this game.
Now with another pinch hitter, this is Josh Rosas coming into the
Now
game
batting, first
for
baseman,
Aaron Perez.
number 18, Josh Rojas.
Rojas going into the game for Aaron Perez. With the first pitch, going to be taken for a strike on the outer part of the plate. Here's the 0-1. Hill goes to the plate. It's going to be called strike 2 on the outer part of the plate. So it's now an 0-2 count here to Rojas.
Yeah, Hill doing a good job here of maintaining a nice pace through these batters. Even though he has no outs, he's working his way through the second guy he's seeing.
Here's 0-2. Hill goes to the plate. And this one goes over the head of Rojas.
Now, if Rojas would have just turned there, might have hit him in the back and could have gotten an extra.
No, that would have hit him in the back of the head. He made a.
He didn't even dunk.
You're down 13-0. You're making business decisions. That's a business decision right there. I'm not. I wouldn't let that hit me in the back of the head.
You take one for the team.
I'm taking one in the arm, the back, and not in the back of the head.
No, you take one for the team.
There's the 1-2. It's a swing and a miss.
He could have been standing on first base. Right
Could have
now,
been.
right?
Well, he could have been
Or
standing
if
on
a
third.
concussion given, but he could be standing on first base.
And that'll be strike 3 there for Rojas. Now
Now
Studi
batting,
stays in the game.
designated hitter, number 38, Brennan Studi.
Studi so far today 0-2. Grounded out both times. They have a runner on first here. Now Hill deals. We have fastball on the outer part of the plate, taken for a strike, living on the outside corner.
That's the ideal pitch you want to throw, especially to a lot of these big power righties.
Now here's the 0-1. This one's a breaking ball on the outer part of the plate, taken for a ball. But the difference between really good high school players and really good college players, that really great college pitchers are able to get both the inside and outside corners locked in.
They're not afraid to throw inside to some
Yeah.
of these guys too when they need to.
In high school, they'll only throw outside. They don't want to go inside. There's the 1-1 taken away. 2-1 count here to Studi.
And speaking from experience, that's mainly because, it's getting over the fear of hitting the guy. I mean, a lot of my coaches used to tell me, it's like, if you hit the guy so big, just know he's going to have to put an ice pack on it. So.
There's a 2-1. Hill is set. He deals. This one's hit towards the left side. Ditmar makes a play. Gonna go to second, then over to first. Heft gets it in time to Krizik. And that will retire the inning there for Hill. Got up three down there.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
Nice 5-4-3 double play there for the Rebels, and now they'll get a
The
chance
bottom
to
of the
swing the
sixth.
bats again. We'll see if there's a couple substitutes that come in. Maybe get an extra couple at bats for them, especially in a 13-0 blowout that this game has
Red Lion
turned out to
Hotel
be.
is one of
Rebels
the
are
largest conference
13-0
centers in Southern
going into
Utah.
the top of the
Schedule a
seventh
room
inning.
for
We'll be
your
right
next
back
meeting or
after
event.
this.
Call Batting for UNLV, center fielder. Number 25, Rylan Charles.
Rylan Charles gets things started here for the top of the 7th inning. Rebels are up 13-0. They have 10 hits. And so far, Utah Tech, they only have 1 hit so far today.
Yeah, 1 hit, and I mean, just the pitching from UNLV's been really good.
First pitch, Charles taking for a strike.
Really, the pitching for UNLV's been good all season to start. I mean, the only game where it's a little shaky is this second pitch comes in. It's going to be swinging bunt right back to the mound. That's going to be thrown over the first for the first out of the inning.
It looked like it was a defensive swing there. It looked like Charles trying to get away from the ball that was inside and accidentally hit it almost.
That's the second time he's done that. His last at bat, that one just happened to trickle foul. This one, unfortunately, goes right back to the pitcher for Charles. But as I was saying, the only game where there's a little bit of a hiccup was in the 9th inning against Stanford, where they're up 10-4 and they give up 4 runs in the 9th. But they still held on to the win. They in a bullpen game, they've still been very good.
Now pinch hitter for the Rebels, Isaac Rodriguez goes into the game, hits this one high to the left side. It's not gonna be fair. It looks like it's gonna go into his own bullpen, and it does. And that'll be a pretty high first strike there. Oh, no one count here to Rodriguez. Comes the pitch. Rodriguez takes it for a strike, and it's now an 0-2 count.
Rodriguez has been in 4 at-bats since last Friday, and in all 4 he's found himself in an 0-2 count.
Here's 0-2. It's going to be a swing and a miss on a slow breaking ball. And that'll be a quick 2 outs for Utah Tech.
And we spoke to Matt Neverett, the play-by-play announcer for the Rebels. They say they really like Isaac Rodriguez. He just needs to kind of find his flow. That is now, as I mentioned, 4 times been on 2 count. 4 times he's been set down on 3 strikes.
Now 2 outs here going in to now Parker Schmidt takes a strike. Let's start off his at-bat. So far, Schmidt today, 1 for 3. Struck out in the first inning, got on by an error in the 3rd, and then walked in the 5th, and then the 6th inning got a big double to bring in some runs. A 1-1 count to him. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Now a little ground ball. This will go foul towards third base. Make it now a 1-2 count. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. This one's going to go over the 3rd. And it will retire. There's Schmidt for a 1-2-3 inning for the Rebels. First time today they're able to record the first 2 batters Utah Tech. UNLV up 13-0 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll be back right after the 7th inning stretch. Now pitching is Carson Lane for
Leading
UNLV.
off of the 7th for Utah Tech, the right fielder, Number 5, Caden Clark.
And Kane Clark will get things started for Utah Tech here in the bottom seventh. Score is 13-0, like I said. And this one looks like the Rebels are going to cruise to victory here in Utah, but still need to play 3 more innings. There's the first pitch. It's going to be a strike.
Dream is located in the shop.
Now coming up to bat is Antino Panaro. First time we've seen him play since Friday of last week. Because the first pitch. Panaro takes a strike.
Yeah, Panaro coming in here. Substituted back in 6th inning to play right field at favorite Cade Higgins. Higgins finished the day with just the singles. That next one's going to hit Pinaro.
Right in the foot.
Yeah, curveball just went too far inside of him, and he's going to take first base. Against Vista, I was going to say 1 for 4 for single. And now Pinaro in his first at bat won't record it. Registered it at bat.
Number 49, Alex.
He will take
Overbay.
first base.
No, Alex Overbay is going to go into the game to replace Austin Krizik. There's putting it into the lineup card, and we'll get things started again for the Hustlin Rebels. 13-0 is the score. Runner on first base here is Santino Pinaro from a hit by pitch. Comes the pitch. It's going to be an inside fastball taken for a ball. Now it's a 1-0 count. Comes the 1-0. Taken for a strike. Makes it now a 1-1 count here to Overbay.
And the hit parade that was Sunday in their 10-0 win over the Bradley Braves. Overbay came in as a substitution around the 6th inning and finished the night 2 for 2. So, a lot of these bench guys who are going to get some opportunities here late down in this game, stretch of this game, they also have some power and contact in their bats to keep this game going.
Here's the 1-1, a breaking ball taken for a ball off the dirt. Makes it now a 2-1 count. And one thing about Utah, it is beautiful. You can tell from here, you see the landscape. It is really beautiful here in St. George. Now, 2-1 taken for a strike on the inner part of the plate.
There's not a cloud in the sky here in St. George. It's beautiful blue, and as far as you can see, really mountains and houses, just really peaceful kind of town. You feel like it's a nice place to watch baseball.
There's a 2-2, a breaking ball. Called strike 3. Got him frozen there was Overbay. It started over like it was going to hit him, but then curved right into the strike zone for strike 3.
Yeah, beautiful off-speed pitch there from Marshall on his 22nd pitch of the afternoon. Freezes Overbay, and that's 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now it's Pimentel for runner on first pitch. That's Santino Pinaro. Infields and double play depth. And the first pitch is a ball to Pimentel. Now 1-0. Marshall
I was thinking it was like 5
deals
or 6, but I haven't really
a breaking ball that is going to be fouled off by Pimentel. And now it's a 1-1 count.
Pimentel trying to put something in play there. It's a little bit too anxious on that pitch. Just a little out in front of it. Needs to sit back and wait for his.
There's the 1-1. Marshall steps off for a quick second. And
What's that? 2-1.
And it's a 1-2 count, and the home plate umpires wanted to make sure the scoreboard changed. Normally, the home plate umpire they don't get fooled at all by the scoreboard. It's a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1. It's a breaking ball that is a called strike. Now it's 2-2. But normally the scoreboard, like the umpires don't care about the scoreboard, so they just do it all on their own.
It seems like maybe Marshall wanted a new ball, and then he just took the time to maybe check. Interesting.
And then a breaking ball away makes it now 3-2. Because if you've been to the UNLV games,
man, recently, again, it's the beginning of the season, so everybody's getting used to it. But some of the scoreboard struggles, man, it's hard to keep track, especially a couple pitches go by too quick and you just miss it.
Yeah, that's the thing about. There we go. Pimentel hits it over to the left side. Gonna be a diving attempt. He traps it over in left field, and that's gonna be a single there for Pimentel. Good job there making a diving attempt. In left field, but unable to make the play.
But as we were talking about, with the pitch clock now, right? It's kind of hard to keep track about pitches, especially, we're here keeping score. We're trying to keep everybody that's listening entertained. And eventually we'll kind of miss a pitch or two, so we got to rely on that scoreboard operator to be on point.
Now up is Brendan O'Sullivan making his first plate appearance of the day. First pitch. Taken for a strike on the outer part of the plate. It's coming in for Palmyra. There's the 0-1. Looking back to second. Goes to the plate here. Takes strike 2. Now Marshall has an 0-2 count here on O'Sullivan. Here's the 0-2. Marshall looks at second. Deals to the plate. This one's going to go off the ground, and there will be now a 1-2 count here.
Sullivan going to try to work his way back into this at bat, especially if runners on first and second, trying to make the most of his opportunities.
There's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that drops in low. It's now going to be a 2-2 count.
Saw him do this twice on Sunday's game as well. Found himself in an 0-2 hole and was able to climb back to a 3-2 count both times. One ended in a 2-run home run. The other ended in a strikeout. We'll see which one we hear.
There's a 2-2. Marshall deals to the plate. This one's going to be way away. Now making now a full count here with runners on first and second here. With one out in the top of the 8th inning, score is 13-0 for the Hustlin Rebels. This one's taken away for ball 4. And now it's bases loaded here for the Hustlin Rebels with one out. And now coming up to bat, it looks like it's going to be another pinch hitter here.
23.
Now it's going to be Gunnar Myro. So Paul Myro's brother gets into the game, and you have experience playing with against Myro, right?
Yes, I've been able to play with Myro for a long time, with and against him. He's a really great ball player. Has a lot of power in his bat, and he's also very good defensively.
Now Myro's first pitch hits it behind the protective netting, and it'll be a foul ball.
Yeah, normally Myro playing at the third base position. We got to see him a little bit there on Sunday. He did have an error in that game, but he had a couple of pair of nice sliding grabs for a couple putouts.
Here's the 0-1. Myro hits it over to the right side. Looks like it could be a double play ball, and it is. 4-6-3 double play there. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Rebels up 13-0. We'll be right back for more Hustlin' Rebel baseball right after this. So now we're off to the bottom of the 8th inning and getting things started.
Now batting, third baseman, number 31, Morgan Albrecht.
Is Morgan Albrecht.
Albrecht coming in for Soto Jr. at the plate. Soto Jr. ends his night with a double and a pop. 1 for 2.
Yeah, they only got one hit in this entire game so far, and that was by Soto Jr. That was a 1-0 count. The first pitch taken for a ball. This one's going to go way over the glove there at Seager. They get now a 2-0 count here to Albrecht.
Xander Bretza taking over the mound duties for the Rebels as well. Everybody in the bullpen looks like trying to get an inning in tonight.
There's a 2-0. This one's going to be a called strike on the inner part of the plate.
I think it started out, they wanted to get every bullpen arm maybe 2 innings, some of their guys that they go to more often, but now they go each for 1.
There's a 2-1. It's going to be hit over to the left side, being grounded by the shortstop. Throws over to first. That's caught by Overbay for the first out.
Yeah, nice play there by O'Sullivan. Make sure Sits back, waits for a nice candy hop right there off the line, drive right to him.
Now batting,
Makes a nice
number
snag and makes a
2,
nice throw for the first down.
Ethan E.
Yeah, Sullivan did a good job there, recognizing the hop there. Sometimes you get those really unlucky ones off the lip of the grass to dirt, but it was a good bounce for him and got the easy out. Now up is Ethan E, who's up for his first play appearance tonight. First pitch is taken on the inner part of the plate for a strike. Here's 0-1.
It might as well come in the ninth.
Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a called strike on the outside corner to make it now an 0-2 count here to Heat.
Yeah, Bretza starts off his evening with 2 balls, and ever since then he's starting to find the strike zone with 3 strikes.
Now here's 0-2. Breaking ball, outside part of the plate, taken for a ball.
A nice pitch there from Bretza. Just couldn't locate the off-speed pitch, but it was a nice chase on an 0-2 count.
The 1-2. Bretza deals. It's going to be taken at the ball low and away. Makes now a 2-2 count here to Heat. Now the 2-2. Bretza deals. It's hit high. This one's going to go center field. This is going really deep, going warning track and over the fence. Ethan Heat breaks up the shutout.
Solo black.
And it's a
for
solo
number
home
2,
run for Ethan
E.
Ethan, he absolutely got the pitch that he wanted to, down and in a fastball, and he turns it around on Bretza and sends it out to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, out towards the scoreboard
And
in
that
left
was
center.
deep.
And it's only his second hit of the night for the Trailblazers. Yields
Now
the
batting,
result.
left fielder,
It's now
number
13-1.
Levi Randall.
Now up is Levi Randall going up for his first plate appearance. First pitch is going to be a ball and away. But yeah, I mean, even though it doesn't really do much for the win column, that definitely does give your team a little bit of a spark with the solo shot. Now the one that was taken, it swung and missed that for a strike. There's a 1-1. Comes the pitch. Gonna be a ball low. Makes it now a 2-1 count to Randall. Randall this season only had so he's batting right now 400 as he gets a hit towards opposite field to the left side. That's gonna be a single, so a little bit of a late game, little rally going on for Utah State. I know it's too little, too late, but still better than just going in with your head low.
Number
I mean, you would
29,
think it'd be till late, but I mean,
Alexson.
you never know until it's over, Ryan. I mean, a couple of base hits here, maybe they start to get back into this one. You never know. And by the look on Ryan's face sitting next to me, that he doesn't believe that's the case. But, you know, you got to give your flowers to everything.
The first pitch is a foul ball by Tollickson.
And, you know, we didn't really discuss this. As that ball kind of sits on top of the netting there, there's a cool little area right back behind home plate, like a little club.
Yeah, they have their own little dugout club here. I think that's pretty neat. Now here's 0-1 taken for a ball away. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Like, not a lot of colleges have anything like that. And it's cool because like you could go, you sit down, you could like have food with you. It's a really cool environment there, right behind the plate. Now the 1-1 is taken for a ball, might have been a little higher, maybe even inside, and it makes it now a 2-1 count.
Yeah, it looked like a nice pitch. I think it was a pretty good frame job there, also by Bailey Seeger behind the plate.
Now pickoff attempt to first, not in time. Rebels have a comfortable 13-1 lead. Utah Tech starting to get a little bit of offense generated upon late with a home run and a single. They have a runner on first right now, but makes it now a 2-1 count. Ground ball over left side, gonna have a double play opportunity, and the Rebels get it. 6-4-3 double play. Started off with Sullivan, then dished it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez threw it over to Overbay to end the 8th inning. Hustlin Rebels heading up to the 9th inning, up 13-1. We'll be right back right after this.
UNLV. Catcher.
Now we're up to the top
Number
of the
20,
ninth
Bailey
inning.
Seeger.
Bailey Seeger gets his third at bat of the game. Got to bat twice earlier in the game as well. The first pitch of the way, Utah Tech has a new pitcher in. It's Trevor Meisner.
As we sit here in the ninth inning, the last chance for all to push a couple runs across the board if they would like to, or just keep them working.
I don't know what else taking for a second. Now, one cool thing that we get right now, we're starting to get, we might get in the back end of the ninth inning, the Utah sunset. I think it's starting to come down a little bit, but I think it's going to look really nice by the end of it. Here's a 1-1. It's a foul ball about 20 feet above us at the press box.
Yeah, we didn't even get to mention that. We're sitting in the Utah Tech press box. Only really the second time we've been able to gotten a broadcast from the press box.
Yeah, normally
or
we're...
mine at least. Arizona State University at Las Vegas Ballpark was the last time we had a chance.
The 1-2 is taken outside for a ball. That makes now 2-2 count here to Seeger. Here's the 2-2. It's going to be a breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate on a breaking ball.
Nice pitch there. Located perfectly where he wanted to. Right on the black on the outside corner. I'll put away Seeger.
And that brings up Rylan Charles. They're going to
Now
let him
batting
get another
center
at-bat.
fielder, Number 25, Rylan Charles.
Charles so far today got hit by the pitch, got a double, and got hit by the pitch again. He got hit by the pitch twice tonight. His first pitch taken for a strike.
He's had 5 at-bats, only 3 of them official, 1 for 3 on the night with that double. And he came around to score, so also earned himself a run.
Now an 0-1 count here to Charles. From the pitch. Charles hits it over towards the right side. And it's going to be a routine ground out to second base for Charles. As the Rebels have 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning.
You know what I think that Utah Tech needs? More cowbell. I've been hearing that
Yeah,
cowbell.
the cowbell's fun.
Every time I hear the
Now
cowbell,
batting
you know.
second base.
Now,
number
I was
1,
schooling here. What
Isaac
the
Rodriguez.
cowbell, like, what, is that, like, something that's, like, a tradition at your school, or is that just
Well,
baseball?
all
or-
the baseball games I've been to, they've been like, I'd only just worked concessions for baseball, but I have heard it a few times.
You hear the cowbell. You know, when the cowbell's ringing, you know good things are happening.
Yeah, because that's what happened when they got the hit, the double, and also the home run by Heat. Now it's a 1-0 count here to Rodriguez. Taking for a strike. 1-1 count. With the 1-1 count here to Rodriguez. 2 outs here, top of the 9th inning. Rebels up 13-1. Comes the pitch. We got called strike 2. 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Rodriguez. Gonna be a high. Looked like it might even been a change. It wasn't that. It didn't have much velocity.
Slipped out of his hand. Yeah,
Looked like
that
it
one.
slipped. Now deuces are wild here. No one on. 2 outs. Deuces are wild. To Isaac Rodriguez here. Comes the pitch. Taken away. Makes the count 3-2.
Trailblazers trying to get out of this inning. You know, if they wanted him out a comeback in the 9th inning, want to keep it at a 12-run deficit.
You just FaceTime Gilder right now. Probably be the same thing.
Now here's the 3-2. Comes the pitch. This is gonna be a foul ball that goes out of play.
I know he's tall. Yeah, but
That's a full count here to Rodriguez. Comes the pitch. High. Looked like this one went off the hand again, slipped off the hand. It's going to be bases on balls here for Rodriguez.
First time he's reached base in the last 4 games.
Now batting left fielder, number 4, Parker Schmidt.
And now that brings up Parker Schmidt.
yeah, we want to see Parker.
Struck out in the first, got on by an error in the third, walked in the fifth, got his first hit in the sixth, and got a ground out in the seventh. Now here's the first pitch to Schmidt. This one's off the backstop, goes off the top of the glove there at Dodson.
Wild pitch.
I believe that's the first ball it's gotten by Dodson tonight. And he wasn't even in dirt, just went above his glove and just couldn't hang on to it.
It looked like it just went above the glove, as you said. Now it's a 1-0 count with a runner in scoring position here for Parker Schmidt. There's the 1-0. Comes the pitch. That one's a ball high. 2-0 count here to Schmidt. Now that one's another high pitch, makes it now 3-0. Having trouble with command here.
Yeah, having a lot of trouble with command, and he's just not pulling that pitch down enough.
Got the 3-0 count here to Schmidt. This one's probably going to be a take sign here. Don't want to swing on a 3-0 up by 12 runs. This one's high for ball 4. And now runners are on first and second. And now they'll bring up Santino Panaro for his second at bat of the game. And Dodson will call for a mound visit.
Now batting right fielder, number 8, Santino Panaro.
He's just trying to get back on the same page as his catcher here. Maybe wants to incorporate some more pitches, but if I'm Dodson, I'm telling you, we got to locate that fastball first before we start working on some other stuff.
You definitely got to get that fastball located. You don't want to throw 4-pitch walks, especially right now in the game, 13-1. You're just looking for strikes, get the ball accurately located. And this is really cool. I see a dog in the stands.
Mm-hmm. There's been a few of them so far in this game.
Is today Bring Your Pet Day? I didn't see that in there, but that would be cool. First pitch taken for a ball. This one high yet again. This is the 5th straight pitch that has been located high.
Yeah, it's been almost at the Rebels' head level. 5 straight pitches in a row.
Here's the 1-0. Here comes the pitch. High and inside. Taken for a ball. That's the 6th pitch in a row located high, and now it's time for a coach's mound visit.
Yeah, there's a mound visit between the catcher, Dodson, and the pitcher, and now it's going to be a whole team huddle in the infield at the pitcher's mound. We'll see what comes out of this, and well, they're already done, so maybe a quick words of inspiration. That's how I would like.
It might have been get the ball low.
Uh-huh.
That might have been the entire mound visit there.
Three simple words.
Now 2-0 count here for Santino Panaro.
You just need to hear the words from his coach, maybe.
We'll see what happens here. Here's a 2-0. Comes the pitch. Gonna be high and away.
Well, didn't listen to the words of wisdom this time. I mean, he lowered it. Maybe it's just going down inch by inch. It looks like it was a little bit closer in the last
And now just throw it down the middle. I mean, you know that Panaro's not going to swing. You have runners on first and second. And you don't want to throw a ball here, get it to now bases loaded with 2 out. You know he's not going to swing either. Here's a 3-0. This one's a strike.
There you go.
I mean, you're due, right? I mean, aren't you due at that point?
After 7 pitches in a row, high, you think you got to pull down just a little bit. You got to make an adjustment.
Now here's the 3-1. Let's see if he can keep it that way. And he does. Oh, and it's a 3-2 count now. The crowd's engaged a little bit.
Mm-hmm. They looked up from eating their Cracker Jacks. Now it's
there's a lot of foul balls. You see a bunch of people with the free popcorn that they got so far in the game. Now here's the full count. This one is high. So it went back to his old habits, and now it's bases loaded. Now Overbay is going to get another at-bat with bases loaded. Has an opportunity to get his first RBI of the season.
Number
Unfortunately, he just
49,
regressed
Alex
on that one.
Overbay.
And Alex Overbay up with bases loaded.
Now we're going to get a good view of the sunset here for at least the final inning of play here. Or final half inning as first pitch is away. This will probably be his last batter as the Utah Tech has some arms moving in the bullpen. Now here's the 1-0. This one's going to be high. Why not? 2-0 count here to Overbag.
2 strikes in his last 14 pitches. Really struggling to find his zone. And it looks like the head coach has finally called for the bullpen to get activated again.
Now here's the 2-0. This one's a fastball that's called a strike on the outer part of the plate.
Looks like he took a little bit off that one to get that one across the plate. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do.
Here's a 2-1. Comes the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. by Overbay. Now he's got himself a 2-2 count. Deuces are wild. Bases are loaded. Rebels have not scored a run this inning, but they are threatening with runners in scoring position on all bases. It's bases loaded. Here's a 2-2. Comes the pitch. It's a ground ball over to the left side, and the ball it gets stuck under the glove.
He put a glove on that foot.
He put a glove on the ball, but the ball didn't stay in the glove, and that will be an error there, but it will bring home a run.
Just pulling over Robert, just rubbing it back of an empty sack, and just left all the money there. That's unfortunate.
Pivotal's up again, and a little 2-out rally here for the Rebels. Really, none of it really by them. It is. They got a run. They got 4 straight runners to get on
They don't
base.
have to rally down. They're not down.
The first pitch is a called strike.
The Trailblazers are going to have to rally.
They have to rally a lot here. They're down 13 going into at least 13 going into the bottom of the ninth. Here's 0-1. A breaking ball taken away for a ball by Pimentel. Pimentel today is 3 for 3 with 2 sacks. Taken for a strike on our part. 2 sacrifices of one in the outfield, another one.
I thought we were going back to football terminology there for a minute.
No,
I'm a
he
little
did not have 2 quarterback sacks. Now here's a 1-2. Here comes a pitch. This one's taken away.
Wouldn't that be entertaining? You know, you lay down a bunt and just charge them down and sack the pitcher.
But no, one of them was a little poke to right field that was caught foul way outside, and then here's now the 2-2 taken away. It makes now 3-2. And another one was a deep liner to center field.
And now Meisner's starting to get into the habit of now throwing a little bit too far outside, just keeping it level, but still trying to find a zone. I know the head coach here just wants to get angry without having to use the other arm, but it might be a necessity.
There's the full count pitch. And this one's low, and the Rebels score again from a walk. And that will be the day for Trevor Meisner. And Matt Nelson will come into the game right after this. Rebels up 15-1. We'll be right back. Now Sullivan's back up to bat. Bases are loaded here in top of the ninth inning, 15-1, and the Rebels' little 2-out rally. They didn't get any hits, but all walks and errors have brought them to this. And Matt Nelson's first pitch is a strike.
Nelson just needs to get 1 out here to send it to the bottom of the ninth inning.
Now he'll get it at some point. Now here's the 0-1 pitch. This one's hit hard towards the right side. This one's deep. Warning track, and that will be as far as it gets, said it's recorded out toward the right side. So we're going to the bottom of the ninth inning. Rebels up 15-1, 3 outs away from the Rebels. Victory and a win to go back to Las Vegas with.
3 left on base.
Josh Rojas. Here in the bottom of the ninth inning, I mean, right now it's just get good quality at bats, and a lot of guys that haven't gotten in so far in the game have an opportunity to get some in-game reps in, right, Donovan?
Yeah, just some in-game reps. It's important for a lot of these guys. The first pitch is fouled back right on top of that club on the Trailblazers side of the field.
Also, Cole Roberts is in the pitch the bottom of the ninth for the Hustlin Rebels. 0-1 count here after the foul ball by Rojas. Now here's 0-1 to bring the ball away. And now a 1-1 count.
Hunter Katchke on deck.
Now the 1-1. It's a foul ball. This one's also off the protective netting. Makes it a quick 1-2 count. Now here's the 1-2. Oh, there's a quick stoppage of play, but we're back in the lights are all bright here at Utah Tech. Now here's the 1-2. Comes the pitch. With a swing and a miss for strike 3 by Rojas. Now Utah Tech is down to their last 2 outs.
Hunter Katchke
Number
comes up.
23, Hunter Katchke.
Now up is Hunter Katchke.
And don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure I also played with Katchke.
Oh, so talk about your story. Do you know it all?
No, I can't say for sure, but the name's very familiar. If not, I definitely played against him.
The first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a strike.
The name is very familiar, so we'll see.
Katchke has 2 home runs so far this season. He has the power to go deep. Now here's the first. Here's the 0-1. Taking for a ball low. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Rebels comfortable. It's a 15-1 lead. The 1-1 swung and missed on. Now it's a 1-2 count.
Cole Roberts working through these batters pretty quickly here in the bottom of the ninth.
Here's the 1-2. Roberts is set. He'll deal. And it's going to be a foul tip that hits off the backstop, making it now a 1-2 count.
Roberts just trying to get the boys out of here. Maybe they can go grab something to eat before everything closes, because St. George here, a lot of stuff closes at around 8 p.m. Not Las Vegas.
Well, that's why I think the team are going to get some food, then go right back to Vegas after this. 1-2 count, taken for a ball. Now it's 2-2, and that's what we're also doing, going right back to Las Vegas, Nevada, right after this game. It's not that, it's a 2-hour drive. It's pretty much a straight shot. Straight from campus, 1 freeway. And you just don't get off until you get to the schools. Technically a freeway rivalry. Now here's a 2-2. It's a swing and a miss. And Roberts now 1 out away from closing it out for UNLV.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah,
And yeah, if
the
you've never
right
taken the
fielder,
trip up
number
to St.
5,
George, I
Caden
mean, they
Clark.
won't play Utah Tech again this season, and they will play Utah Tech at home in Allegiant for football season. But if you get the opportunity, beautiful views on the drive up here, beautiful views right outside the field, and enjoy yourself a baseball game here at Bruce Hurst Field.
And UNLV, they're going to do a mound visit. They're going to take out Roberts. Let's see what they're going to put in.
So he comes
Might
in.
want to put in someone that hasn't pitched so far this season. Let's see what they do.
I mean, Roberts comes in and deals 2 strikeouts and then heads to the bench.
Can't see it either.
Let's see. They're going to put in Matthew Maloney to get the last out. So
All right.
he had a productive
Your attention, please. Now to
game
pitch
for UNLV
the
on
Rebels, the
Saturday of
right-hander,
last week.
Number 11, Matthew Maloney.
Just an extra rep here. Now, what a comeback story to be for the Trailblazers. That
No,
15 to
no,
1.
no, but Maloney, he is the guy that got a 3-inning close last weekend. So let's see what he's able to do today. I mean, it might just be one batter for him. But honestly, maybe they just want him to face a batter, a live AB today.
It's interesting from Coach Stan Stolte to make a substitution this late into a game, especially with the score where it is. You would think that Roberts could have just pitched the rest of this game out.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to enjoy the St. George sunset a little bit more.
Yeah, he's looking for the perfect picture. He's like Spider-Man. He's got a camera up behind the press box somewhere, taking a picture of the mountains.
Yeah, there's only one more out the Rebels need, and now out for Utah Tech is Caden Clark. Now Maloney, he could gun it up pretty high. I don't know how fast exactly because we don't have the radar gun with us, but I mean, based on looking at it, I think it's high 80s to low 90s. Now Maloney's first pitch over to Clark. The 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch, just swing and a miss.
And right there, just absolute gas and completely blew that pitch by Clark.
0-1 count here, 2 outs here, bottom of the 9th inning. 15-1 score, no one on with 2 out. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a grounder over shortstop. O'Connor. Throws over to first and records the final out of the game. O'Sullivan over to Overbay for the final out of the game.
That's the end of the ball game.
So Rebels win 15-1 in a game that they used everyone in.
A convincing victory here for the Rebels, giving up 1 run for their past 2 games. The pitching staff's been excellent, and now they'll head home for a 3-game homestand against the San Jose State Spartans, and then they will also play BYU next week on a Tuesday at Early Wilson Stadium. But until then, our next Scarlet and Gray podcast will be next week.
Podcast is going to be coming back.
Trailblazer fans,
Got a
be
whole
sure to
bunch of
join us
articles
this
coming out for
Thursday,
baseball.
February 29th
Also,
at 7
UNLV now
p.m. as our men's
improves
basketball team
their
hosts
record with a
Carleton
win
State in the Burge
against
Arena.
Utah Tech to
And mark
become
your
now
calendars as our Utah
7-1.
Tech softball team hosts the University of
We'll be
Wisconsin
back for